All right, here we go. Hey fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and this is a special edition of Eagles Talk. Why is it a special edition? You guys usually come on every week, you may ask. Well, it's a special edition because I'm not in town. I'm out of town. I got my schedule mixed up, and I'm in Charlotte a whole 4 days earlier than when we play the Carolina Panthers. No, I'm only kidding. I'm down here to see my son. I came down to visit my son who lives in Charlotte, and it happens to be 4 days before we face the Carolina Panthers. So I'm doing a remote broadcast. We're doing a remote recording here via Hangouts, and we're going to bring you a preview of this week's matchup versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we're riding a high, a 2-game winning streak. We've been winning by pounding the rock on the ground. Our running game has been amazing. We're averaging over 200 yards on the ground the last 2 games, and we're looking for some more of that to continue as we face the Arizona Cardinals. But wait, the Arizona Cardinals are not a pushover, even though their 2-2 record seems to indicate otherwise. But without further ado, let me bring on my co-hosts, Patrick, Shelman Sandlin. How goes it, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Don?
All right, we see you guys, man. I'm seeing you guys on the monitor. Pat, hey, look,
it's going
we're not
good, man.
We're not going to be before the people too long. So we're still riding the high.
Happy to be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, we're not going to be on before the people too long. So, but I just wanted to get right into this game. Everybody's picking we should win this game. I think we probably should also, but it's not going to be a cakewalk like I was discussing with you guys in the pregame. The Arizona Cardinals do have a top 11 defense, and they just have problems generating some offense. What do you think about that, Pat?
They don't have no run game. They were like us when we played against the Chiefs. When you have no run game, you become very predictable in a one-dimension team. I mean, their top running backs. They have under 100 yards total yards. Nobody in their backfield has over 100 yards right now. And that's very predictable. When you can look at their running backs, Andre Ellington and their number 1 guy, David Johnson, is gone. Well, you can look at the running back and say, you know what, they're no threat to us. I mean, you drop 8 in the coverage. That's all I would do.
All right. Well, we drop 8 in the coverage. Who's out? Who's back? We have some safeties back.
Yeah, we got Corey Graham, Jalen Watkins is back, but again, Fletcher Cox is out. Wendell Smallwood is going to be out. Far as offense, the person we always talk about, Corey Clement, is going to have a bigger role this week. We're going to probably see him about 15 touches this game.
Wow. That'll be something big. If he gets 15 touches, that'll be something very huge. I'll say the over/under is I'll put it at 8. If he gets 8 touches, that's a big jump. But we're Team Clemens. I like to see that. But now you were talking about their defense, Arizona's defense. What can we expect to see from the Cardinals today?
Well, they're untraditional. They don't play defense. They play defense with 1 linebacker, and they carry 5 safeties on the team.
All right, you got it. You're cutting out. Your internet connection must be a little down. We're getting we're getting
sound like you're roboting over there.
Yeah, you sound like a robot over there. So, Pat,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now. You were elaborating on their defense and what we can expect to see.
Yeah, I said the defense is untraditional, and when I say untraditional, I mean they formerly play. They carry 6 safeties. They don't carry a lot of linebackers. So they only have 1 linebacker on the field most of the time. The other 2 to 3 guys are safeties. It's a 3-6-3 defense. So that's what allows them to make a lot of plays because they have so much speed on the field. So I think offset that if we run the ball at them, we put the big guys coming downhill at them. That should help us out on that side of the ball.
All right. Well, they don't have a run game, not much of a run game, but they are still explosive with the likes of Carson Palmer, Larry Fitzgerald, and who's there? John Brown.
John Brown, yeah.
And John Brown. So, I wouldn't sleep on them being able to put up points. Bruce Arians is a very he's an offensive guru. He figures out ways to put up points, and if he's not been successful thus far this season, he seems to always be successful against the Eagles. The last couple of meetings we've had with this guy, and in particular, Larry Fitzgerald is a thorn in our side. I mean, and I'm going back to the Washington game when I said the law of averages say we have got to contain this guy. You know what I'm saying? The law of averages has got to be on our side because Larry Fitzgerald has killed us the past couple of times we faced him. So finally, can we stop this guy today? We need to stop this guy. We need to keep him in check and not let him be an eagle killer today. What do you think about that, Pat?
Well, no, we can't stop him. Listen, he has 11 touchdowns against us in his career. He just dominates us no matter what we do, how we defend him. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame receiver. It's like us going against Jerry Rice. He's going to get his catches. He's going to get his yards. We just got to contain him because normally we're always focusing on the opposite receiver, the tight end, the running back, and we never put focus on Larry Fitzgerald. When we do put focus on him, it's a little bit too late. But this time I think if it goes right, JJ Nelson and John Brown, they have some nagging injuries. If they play or they don't play, they might not be 100%. So maybe, we rotate coverage to Larry Fitzgerald because he definitely could kill us at any given time. He's outstanding. That's all I gotta say about the guy. I wish we had him. But also we gotta be very, 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 very looking for the running backs out the backfield because they don't have a good run game, but they do catch the ball out the backfield a lot.
All right. Well, we'll look for that. Now, we talk about nobody's worried about their defense, but this is a old Todd Bowles defense where they put a lot of pressure in the A gap. They bring a lot of A gap pressure with that formation that Sel was describing with us. So we're going to see them attack that, and that's going to probably they're going to try to neutralize the run with that pressure, and also get some pressure on Carson Witt with those A gap blitzes that Todd Bowles' former assistant, who's now the defensive coordinator there, he still dials up a lot of the similar strategy that Todd Bowles used. So I think that's where they're going to come from with trying to neutralize the run, and we'll see if we can continue to have success with the run game with this style of defense they like to play. What do you think? Do you think this is the week that, because we've been hearing Torrey Smith being vocal about his disappointment with his own performance, and you've been hearing some rumblings about these free agents that we brought in this year, free agent wide receivers to be exact, not living up to what we expected them to be. And we all talk about the continuity, the what's the word you always use, Pat? The
chemistry.
Chemistry, yeah. We always talk about that, but
the chemistry,
we're in the fifth game now. We want to see some. So now, is this the week where we kind of lay off the run a little bit and try to get these guys, or take advantage of gap pressure and try to get the passing game going? What do you think?
Well, you still got to utilize that run game. Right now, we're ranked like 4th in the league in rushing. I mean, you could third. You continue to run the ball. So if we reach a point of the game where it's just like, the run is not doing nothing. The run sets up the play action. You cannot pass or do a play action play without that threat of a run. I mean, to start a game off with play action and, the running back has -5 yards. I mean, come on. Let's be real. But, we got to continue with the game plan that we have for the past 2 weeks. Run the ball, and that could set up our screen game, our down the field game, our intermediate throws, and of course Zach Ertz, who's like 6th in the league in yards. I mean, we advantage of the opportunities that's there, And that goes along the whole board with all the receivers we have, especially Torrey Smith. I mean, you have opportunity to make big plays. You got to make it. Big time players make big time players in big time games. You know, you got to do it.
All right. So okay, so all right, Pat saying we can't stop Larry Fitzgerald. Okay, so he's going to kill us again. Pat's telling us that we can't stop this guy. You know, we're not going. We got to stay with the run. Okay, so we got to stay with the run. I'm in agreement with that. We got to stay with the run. We got to continue to pound until they stop us. Shell, what do you think? What do you say is the outcome of this game, and how do we get it done? Who's give me a player of the game and the outcome of this game.
All right, I think believe it or not, the player of the game is going to be Carson. And the reason I say that is because after running the ball, they do blitz the A gap a lot. We're pretty good at picking up the blitz. And when teams do blitz against the Eagles, we're something like 72%. So they blitz. We're going to throw the ball down the field, and I believe we're going to get long touchdowns this week due to them trying to blitz us.
All right. Well, I take that. I'm not going to come at. I'm going to come at your cell service because this sucks. And I don't know who it is, but I'm not going to call them out because they may be a future sponsor of Eagles Talk. So I'm not going to kill anybody right now. But your service is. So I just want to let you know that. I don't know if you're not in a good position or whatever. But anyway, I heard you. We hear you. All right, we're not going to be here before you long. So I want to ask Pat, who's your player of the game, and what's the outcome?
Actually, I heard a little bit what Shell was saying before you started doing the robot. And I actually kind of agree with him. I have two players of the game. I have Carson Wentz, who has to dominate in the air today. He has to dominate with his mind, his mental, and he has to be the game changer of this game today. I know we pinned it on the run game, we pinned it on the WP and all the defense, but Carson Wentz has to actually step up today. He has to be, the person that we always thought he would be, the franchise quarterback. My second player of the game, it has to go to Malcolm Jenkins because he's pretty much right now the defense, the quarterback of the defense, even though we have Jordan Hicks in there. But at the same time, we rely on him to make, the big splash plays that we need on defense to get us going. And I think what they're going to do is something on the line of moving Jenkins around Fitzgerald, and I need him to be, step up and be the defensive MVP today. So
all right,
that's my two players of the game. I get you two. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'm with that. I like to see. Yeah. I agree. I like to see Carson Wentz become the player of this game. I'm gonna pick him too. I'm gonna go along with the crowd. And I rarely do that. I rarely go along with the crowd, but I'm gonna go along with the crowd today because I would love to see Carson Wentz outdo, because this is the Carson Bowl. If you don't know, we got two Carsons facing off today. This is the Carson Bowl, and I think our Carson is better than their Carson, and he'll prove it today. So I'm gonna go with Wentz also. I'd like to give shouts out to if you've seen the show, if you've seen our page this week, we have been invited to broadcast live from the Straight Outta Philly tailgate club's tailgate extravaganza on November 5th when we face the Denver Broncos. So we'll be at their tailgate broadcasting live, and we'll give you some more exciting coverage as we did when we were invited to the PTG Group's tailgate party a couple weeks ago. We'll be providing that same type of coverage, that same type of excitement, and we'll be in the midst of some great, rabid, passionate Eagles fans, and we're going to bring our passion too. So follow us. Make sure you tune in to us. If you're in the area, stop by. I don't know where we'll be setting up yet. They're talking about the Xfinity Live parking lot, but as soon as I get the details, I'll pass them on to you. Now, today, later on, I'm going to try to come live. I researched the fact that I was going to be in Charlotte, so I look for an Eagles sports bar, so to speak. And the one that I'm going to be attending is called Steamers Sports Pub, and it's known as one of the top 15 Eagles sports bars outside of the Philadelphia region. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna check out the game there, and I hope to bring you guys some live coverage of me there watching it with the other Eagles fans a little later on. So stay tuned, stay posted, stay tuned to the Eagles Talk page and look out for that. As for this game, I am looking for us to win this game. And this will be, to me, this will be a not a signature game, but it'll definitely be a character building game if we can sustain or build a 3-game winning streak. This will be big. This will show a lot of what these guys are made of today to come in and to continue the winning streak that they've already started. So I'm picking the Eagles also today. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight, for Pat and Shell. Thank guys for waking up. We weren't going to have a show, but I just could not do that. So I woke these guys up. Get up and be ready in 5 minutes. That's why you see them still laying in the bed and all that stuff. But that's all right. We came to you guys, and look out for us a little later on. There will be no post-game live today unless something happens. I don't know, unless the person that Steamers allows me to do something. But in absence of that, just look out for the live coverage I'll try to give you guys from down at the Sports Pub. Yeah, man, Dante the Dark Knight. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you guys next week at the very least. I'm out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.